Hi everyone, this is Matt from the Leach Library. Today I wanted to share a few book recommendations with you. The theme for today is going to be hiking and outdoor adventures. So let's get right to it. The first book here, we have Hiking New Hampshire, A Guide to New Hampshire's Greatest Hiking Adventures. And this one is by Larry Fletcher. It's a 2019 Falcon Guides book. The chapters are broken up by region and or by mountain. They include Seacoast, Merrimack Valley, Monadnock Region, Sunapee Region, Lakes Region, Waterville Valley, Mount Moosilauke, Franconia Notch, Crawford Notch, the Pemigewasset Wilderness, the Congomongus Highway, North Conway, the Presidential Peaks, Carter Range, Pilot Range, and finally the North Country. Before getting into the meat of the hiking guide, the book offers a few introductory sections, such as Meet Your Guide, Before You Hit the Trail, a brief history of hiking in New Hampshire, and how to use this guide. Each chapter includes a main body of text about the respective regions and trails, photographs of some of the trail's highlights, such as summit views and observatories, and detailed yet easy to follow maps. I'll show you an example of these maps. They're really all over the book here. Some chapters provide a short section in the beginning of each chapter called Why Go, which includes a brief paragraph detailing some historical information on the mountain or trail, as well as some fun facts. Each chapter also contains a section highlighted in gray, which is called the rundown. The rundown gives information such as elevation, distance, hiking time, difficulty level, seasons it's open during, land status, nearest town, water availability, fees and permits, trail contact info, and other information. Also provided is the starting location of each trail. And the second half of the book deals with the White Mountains, while the first deals with other New Hampshire regions. So this makes for pretty easy navigation of the book, depending on what parts of New Hampshire you're interested in hiking or researching. Found this to be a very comprehensive guide, which is very user-friendly, even for the beginning hiker. Okay, second up here we have New England Waterfalls, a guide to more than 500 cascades and waterfalls. This is by Greg Parsons and Kate B. Watson, and it's a 2019 release. The beginning of the book lists some key considerations to take into account for those going to see waterfalls. These include the fact that many waterfalls in New England are world-class. No two waterfalls are exactly alike. Be aware that animals use trails too. Ticks are getting worse every year. Dogs are welcome on most trails. Please do not paint the rocks or trash the trails, and other considerations. The beginning of the book also gives tips on waterfall photography, discussing things like cameras, lenses, shutter speed and tripods, aperture, focusing, foreground, and composition. The main body of the book is divided by New England states. So Chapter 1 is reserved for Connecticut, Chapter 2 for Maine, Chapter 3 for Massachusetts, 4 for New Hampshire, 5 for Rhode Island, and Chapter 6 is for Vermont. The many waterfalls are listed under each state. While not every waterfall gets a corresponding photograph, most do. The introduction to each waterfall contains a list of characteristics, which include rating, height, water source, watershed size, trail length and difficulty, hiking time, altitude gain, when to visit, and more. Included underneath this introductory section in the body of the text is information about the falls, trail information, and directions. The list is very extensive. For me personally, I didn't realize how many waterfalls are in New England, so I found that pretty amazing. The end of the book includes a very useful appendix so the reader can easily look up various waterfalls and trails covered in the book. So I recommend this for anyone looking to go to waterfalls in New England. And last but not least, we have this here, Rail Trails, Northern New England, by Wilderness Press, and it's a 2018 release. Similar to the book about waterfalls, this book divides its chapters by state. However, since it narrowly focuses on northern New England, it just covers Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. There's a brief introduction on rail trails, followed by a less commonly known term, rail with trails. Rail with trails are multi-use public paths that parallel a still active rail line. Some run adjacent to high-speed scheduled trains, often linking public transportation stations. Others follow tourist routes and slow-moving excursion trains. There's a how-to use this book section, followed by a trail use section. Important safety tips are given during the latter section, including keep to the right, pass on the left, respect wildlife, travel single file, control your speed, cross carefully, keep one eye open and keep your music at low volume, bicyclists yield, and teach your children the rail trail essentials. Each chapter and section has extensive details on the rail trails, including things like mileage details, topography, and background history. Directions are also given in a text with a green background, helping one not only find the trails but access their entrances. The book's maps are also really helpful, showing not only the start and finish points, but also any rest areas or tourist sites along the way. Each section includes beautiful color photos, which serve as an invitation to any adventurer or rail trail aficionado. Another one that I recommend here, Rail Trails, Northern New England. So thanks for watching the video. This has been Matt with the Leach Library. Thanks.